So green morning, green afternoon, and green evening. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening in the different countries, different parts of the world, wherever you are. We hope you're taking care of yourself, your family, your friends, your neighbors, your community. Because Vasudev Kutumbakam, all of us, we are together in this universe. Wherever we are, whatsoever we are doing, try and support each other during these times. So, ladies and gentlemen, yet another very powerful evening. And as we have told you from Monday, that is since yesterday, rather Sunday morning onward, we have gone live on the YouTube now. When you come to the ICSI and you open Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page, straight where you can open. When you come on YouTube, open Dr. Gulshan Sharma, and you can see this program live wherever world over, because people feel very shy sometimes to come in the webinar, logging in and registering and everything. They don't want to disclose the identity. We don't want you should disclose the identity. As long as you are happy, we are happy. There's no problem. So ladies and gentlemen, let me initially share some of the slides with you. And thereafter, I will invite today's distinguished guest, who is Mr. Winny Rawal, the founder and the entrepreneur of the Wizzboo Indian Toys. It's a wonderful journey of this person, and it's a golden triangle. They are three friends, and how they have started, what they have done, and towards the Honorable Prime Minister's vision to make India basically self-reliant, they are working in that particular direction. So ladies and gentlemen, while extending a hearty welcome to all of you, to my distinguished guests, and five little girls to whom we get every day from world over, that is women empowerment, and at the same time, water saving strategies. Today is a very, very important day, ladies and gentlemen. Like all other days are also very important, but today is in the history, because every day we share the slide what happened on this day in the history. Today is Happy Engineers Day. We celebrate National Engineers Day on September 15th. It's the birth anniversary. And when we talk about it, science is about knowing, engineering is about doing. So ladies and gentlemen, while extending a hearty welcome to all of you, let's roll in, let's proceed further. International Chamber for Service Industry since 1994. When we talk about it in India, initially, there was a Punjabi Parvasi Divas. 2003 onward, we came to Bharatiya Parvasi Divas, and thereafter vibrant Gujarat, vibrant Rajasthan, vibrant Telangana, vibrant Karnataka. Everything is vibrant, vibrant, and vibrant. 30 million non-resident Indians abroad in different countries, in different continents, they bring proud to India. Either they are giving some strategies, some business strategies, some innovative ideas to others to start a business, or they are having their own entrepreneurship venture, but we are proud of them. They're wonderful people. So ICSI is a confluence of the non-resident Indians, the corporate, and from time to time, we keep giving our strategy to the government. We all understand that this is a lockdown, and partially it is opening up now in different states, in different countries, in their own way, depending on the norms. And when we talk about this lockdown, this pandemic, this coronavirus, ladies and gentlemen, we all understand during this process, the business is affected, thought process is affected, physical and mental health is affected, and remain mentally robust, because that's very important. And the main part of the universe, that is education, is deeply affected. When we take the data and the statistics of the UNESCO, almost about 1.8 billion children at present in the different age group, different age profile, either in school or in colleges or in universities. At present, they are away from their hub. From India, we can only pray to Almighty, because we consider the entire world is one family, and that is Vasudev Kutumbakam. One world, one love, one family, all of us together wherever we are. Heartiest and deepest congratulations to the Honorable Prime Minister of India and the Education Minister of India and the entire fraternity ecosystem in the education. The new education policy 2020 announced on 29th of July, just about a month and a couple of days back. This particular policy is going to change the game. It's going to be a game changer world over, because India is now Pune going to become Vishwa Guru, what it used to be. When during this pandemic, I have gone through more and more videos, more and more books, more and more literature, when I have tried to assimilate, understand What was India's education system? What was ancient heritage India? And when I talk about 5,000-year-old culture, and when I talk about Vedas, Upanishads, and when I talk about first residential university of the world, Nalanda, it was remarkable. 10,000 students, 2,000 acharya. What must have been the scenario? Now, all these stats and all the inputs and all the research confluence which we're getting from the world over, we have come to know that there is going to be a lot of misunderstanding in future among nation as far as water is concerned. There's going to be water scarcity. When I talk about consumable water, utilization which has to be made of the water. So save water before it's too late. Slow the flow, that is save H2O. Water conservation, pani ki bachat, aaj ki zarurat, all of us, we have to understand that. Women empowerment is also very important. If we want the world to be a better place, we got to empower the whole women fraternity. When we talk about that, ladies and gentlemen, the present government brought Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao. At the same time, when we think about it, you can look deeper into it. When you educate a male member, you educate individual. But when you educate a female child, you educate so many subsequent generations, because you can't imagine one girl what all changes. She goes as a wife, thereafter she becomes a daughter-in-law, she becomes a mother, then she becomes a grandmother, she has got relatives to manage, so much is to be taken. The entire management of the universe is in the hands of the female folk, and that is the way you got to take understanding. Now, ICSI, Monday to Sunday. Yes, you rightly heard. It's not Monday to Friday. It's Monday to Sunday. We are unstoppable. Like the Prime Minister of India, from the time he has taken the responsibility of the country on his shoulder, he has not taken single minute rest, no holiday for him. So how can we think about a country like India where a lot is to be done and we all have to do together? Everybody's contribution is very, very important over here. Like doctors, nurses, paramedical people, they are the warriors. Similar way, educators, counselors, teachers, technocrats, all the people those are associated in the education ecosystem, they are also warriors. So आइए शिक्षा को प्रासंगिक बनाएं. जीवन संचालन कौशल बहुत जरूरी है. It's a global confluence of the educators and motivators from the world over. Ladies and gentlemen, right from morning 9 a.m. till 9 p.m., 12 hours non-stop, as you take the clock of the Indian Standard Time, you can seek any kind of inputs from us, whatsoever you desire, whatsoever you look forward to. Please do let us know. We would be more than happy to support you. We would be more than happy to strengthen you, and whatsoever you need, all the teachers, youth, students, counselors, if you need, we have got a direct beaming going on for the whole day. We would be more than happy. We are reaching Mongolia, we are reaching Central Asia, and people those are joining us this particular program right from Canada, United States, Latin America, Europe, Central Asia, South Asia, ASEAN. When I come to Central Asia, people are joining us from the different countries, going all the way. Some of the Indian restaurants which are open at present at this point of time in South Korea. I go to Taiwan, and some of my very dear friends, I always tell them, it's too late for you, but I can only apologize because I can't change the timings. I got to see the different time zones because people are getting up in one part of the world and people are about to sleep in the other part of the world, and those are sleeping in Australia, New Zealand, Fiji. Let them take rest, let them enjoy. So from our chamber, International Chamber for Service Industry, we are very, very happy. All the people, those are joining us from the world. Now, 15th of July, ladies and gentlemen, it's an International Skill Day, which is being celebrated, deliberated, and congratulations to everybody those are related to it. Now, under this particular program from 15th of July, our chamber has got a YES program. And YES is basically the voice of the youth, voice of the millennial. It's called Youth Empowerment Strategies. It's for the millennials. They are very creative. They are very dynamic. They all are born with the gadgets. There were lots of ideas. So Monday to Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m., startup, stand-up, entrepreneurship venture, everything we are taking over there. And then comes Friday, and we go to Buddham Saranam Gacchami. 500 million plus people world over. And Venerable Dr. Dhammapiyaji, the Secretary General of the International Buddhist Confederation, we are grateful to him, we are thankful to him. With him, we take the entire vision ahead and we get the confluence of the Buddhist community from the world over. And they talk about what is Buddha's teachings and what is the relevance of Buddha's teachings into this education system. And then comes Saturday evening, ladies and gentlemen. You remember 11th of September, 1893, almost 127 years back, iconic speech in Chicago, Sisters and Brothers of Universe. And people had the thunder of clapping. And Swami Vivekananda ji, what is his teachings? What did he say about education empowerment, youth empowerment? What all he wanted to convey? Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. So every Saturday, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Sudeep Majumdarji, I'm grateful to you. Thank you very much. And then comes Saturday, late evening, 7 p.m., same time. We bring before you Ayurveda for the global wellness, yoga, meditation, naturopathy, nutrition, organic, whatever you can think of. Think positive, live positive, talk positive, walk positive, dream positive, sleep positive, 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 positive. When you take care of yourself, come Sunday morning. Sunday should be more productive than other days. Sunday morning, we get into the history, इतिहास के पन्नों से मैं समय हूँ जहां हम उसकी बातचीत करते हैं तो हम इतिहास में 5000 साल पहले की भी और उससे भी पीछे जाने की एंशिएंट इंडिया की बात करते हैं विद्या से अध्यात्म विद्या की ओर हमारे भारत के वेद क्या हैं हमारे उपनिषद क्या हैं उसके बारे में प्रोफेसर सत्येंद्र धीमान comes live from the Woodbury University, Burbank, California. He is the recipient of the Best Management Professor Teacher Award of America. Ladies and gentlemen, what a legend. And then comes Sunday evening, 5 p.m. We take you to 650 million people in ASEAN, Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Brunei, Vietnam, all 650 million people. This economy is booming. They are rising fast. Taiwan has opened Thailand has opened all the restaurants. They've opened their shops, couple of other places. I was talking to my president the other day. I was talking to my future president in Malaysia as well. And similar way, Sandeep Majumdarji, who brings the confluence of all these people from Cambodia. I'm grateful to all of them. They're wonderful people. So this 650 million people, those are joining us, those are watching us, they are with us. We are grateful to you to be a part of it. And our focus is what India's Prime Minister calls is Ashtalakshmi. 8 states in India. You start from Tripura, come to Manipur, come to Assam, move to Meghalaya, go to Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Mizoram, and move all the way to Sikkim across Bagdogra, Sevak, and then you move up when you have got Mirik, Kurseong, and Darjeeling, and then you get to the beautiful state of Sikkim further up, and that is the place we take you to Northeast. So ladies and gentlemen, Sunday evening, when we close, that is because quite a bit of people have suffered during this pandemic, during this lockdown. A lot of people had the downturn, some of them new opportunities. Well, every challenge is a new opportunity. That is the way we have to talk about. So the CMD of the NSIC, former CMD of the NSIC, from micro, small and medium enterprise, he joins us every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. and he takes the journey ahead. So those of us, those are interested to start up, stand up, make in India, assemble in India. Should I become entrepreneur? Should I take this risk? What is government policy? Where from will I get the money? How will I proceed? What is to be done? Please come and be a part of this particular program. The next Sunday, that is at 7 p.m., like same time, whatever we are today. Startup, very, very important. I'm grateful to Colonel Anil Kumar Pokhriyal, the CEO of the Management and Entrepreneurship and Professional Skill Council. They are doing a wonderful job, and I requested him, let's get all the startups, let's get all the entrepreneurs, let's recognize all the good people who become inspiration for millions. Those are interested to come. into this particular arena, because in the times to come, I always believe in, when I look at this ministry of skill development and entrepreneurship. I think skill development, there are 38 skill councils. There are more than 600 corporate, which we have got lined up over here. Now the time is look towards entrepreneurship, strengthen the entrepreneurship. This sector skill council, I'm grateful to them. Santosh Ji is also there with Colonel Pokhriyal. They're doing wonderful job. The research which we gathered from world over, from 25th of March to 31st of August, ladies and gentlemen, the new golden triangle, the new world order, when I talk about, and India's order, we got to look into sustainable development. आत्मनिर्भर भारत की जब हम बातचीत करते हैं, फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग इज आपको अपने बेसिक भोजन की व्यवस्था करनी होगी. सेकेंड पार्ट इज हेल्थ, हर्बल, हैप्पीनेस, वेलनेस, आप अपनी सेहत का ख्याल रखिए. और दूसरा पार्ट, तीसरे पार्ट पे हम आते हैं डिजिटल एजुकेशन, पर्पस ऑफ एजुकेशन, meaning of education, why education, why skills, why to go to school, why to go to college, why? Okay, you want to become startup, you want to be entrepreneur, you want to be stand up, you want to start your own business. So ladies and gentlemen, sustainable development model, B2B, will not be termed anymore, at least for some time, as business to business. It should be back to basics of life, B2B, back to basics of life. So this is the last slide, what I wish to share before I roll in. Whatever human mind can conceive and believe, you don't know the power of this one by one, what you have got inch by inch. This small purja over here, what I have shown here also, when you have the movement of this particular machine, and when you think, when you conceive an idea, and you believe in that idea, you can achieve that idea. We got to get 1 million people together on this platform by 31st of December. And then we will go to the Honorable Prime Minister of India and we tell him, sir, here is the white paper, here is the blueprint, and here is everything. We would be more than happy to support implementation of the new education policy in the realistic terms, whatever best we can do from our side. And all the non-resident Indians from world over, those are the part of our chamber. With the folding hands, we have requested all of you, just forget about anything else, no other infrastructure development, focus on education, seamless connectivity in India, provide gadgets and basic equipments to those children who cannot afford. We should try and give small mobile phones, laptops, iPads, machinery, whatever you can in your village, in your block, in your city, in your district, because we would like to recognize all our non-resident Indian from world over. This is the time. Stand for your own soil, stand for your own city, where your parents, they gave you beautiful time and you went abroad. So ladies and gentlemen, let's come together, let's make education relevant. It's a global confluence of the educators, motivators, technocrats, counselors, wellness experts, corporate, government administrators, and decision makers. So all of us together, let's make this evening beautiful. And our chamber also, as you may call it a startup, you may call it a stand-up, you may call it a make in India, you may call it a assemble in India, you may call it creativity. We have developed a song which we give to entire universe. Punah Bharat ko Vishwa Guru banna hai. And that we will talk with you. And every evening, we get 5 little stars of twinkle, twinkle star, like we say. These are my 5 stars of today evening. They come from different parts of the world. And under the dynamic and dedicated leadership of Colonel K.C. Manan, who's the regional advisor, South India for International Chamber for Service Industry, he's doing a great job. And he's getting all these youth together. So, hey, all the kids, all the children, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, graduation, university, college, wherever you are, should you wish to become a part of this particular program and you want to give your voice to the world, your voice is everything. I still remember there was a movie called The King's Speech, and he says, I have a voice. So your voice is everything. Your communication is everything. So ladies and gentlemen, these 5 little girls, they will speak to us after our distinguished guest and the main speaker of the evening. He says his words. And Colonel Manan, I'm grateful to you. Keep doing good job. Keep empowering the women. Keep empowering the universe and all the principals, educators, counselors, teachers, coordinators, and in charge of these children. Encourage everybody. Approach Colonel Manon, get in touch with him. Let's do together. So, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the star of the evening. Like it happens in the Bollywood, and always when they have the celebrities, ladies and gentlemen, the best film of the year, the best star of the year, the best actor of the year, and the best actress of the year, best music of the year. So, ladies and gentlemen, he is the winner and he is the celebrity this evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, we on behalf of ICSI, we on behalf of our chamber, International Chamber for Service Industry, extends a very warm welcome to Mr. Winny Rawal. He's the founder and the entrepreneur and Wizzboo Manufacturing. He is based out of Baroda, and that is in Gujarat. Beautiful place. I had gone to the university over there to do a motivational talk. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. People are very, very hospitable over there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Winny Rawal, he likes to be referred as the average Indian student with an entrepreneurial dream. Wow. It's a very powerful statement for all my young boys and girls. Those are watching this program world over, and all of us, those are hesitating. And we are thinking whether we should take this risk or not. Should we go ahead or not? Should we plunge into or not? Should I start this or not? If you have a strong conviction, you can. He says, the average Indian student with an entrepreneurial dream. His passion is to improve the quality of the education in India and contribute to the development sector brought him back from the pits of England's best racing tracks. I must share with you, Mr. Winny Rawal, my son also, who studied in UK, got back to India in 2004, and he said, Dad, let's do something for India, because it's better to be on the soil, because the more and more you travel world over, you come to know India is the most beautiful country in the world. With all the folding hands to everybody wherever you are. With a bachelor's degree in Automotive Engineering, topped with honors from the Coventry University, Winny has vast experience in the education sector. For over a decade, when I talk about automotive engineering, I'm not remembering the name of the movie. No, somewhere I'll get it. There were three friends, three brothers, Anil Kapoor, Firoz Khan's son, and there was one more brother, three of them, Abhishek Bachchan, and three of them together, he was automotive engineer. That's why I recollected. For over decades, he has worked relentlessly in the field of education, and his vision has helped change the lives of more than 100,000 youth across the country. Wow, great. God bless you. In his spare time, he likes to teach automotive and mentor students with their research. Their aspiration for Atmanirbhar Bharat has resulted in laying foundation for Wizzboo, which sells products which are 100% Indian. Now, let me also dedicate, showcase, project 100% Indian, indigenous, beautiful melodies and a song from our chamber this evening dedicated to the entire universe coming from the beautiful soil of India.
विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत भारत का सम्मान करो। शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर, शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर सबका ही कल्याण करो। भारत का सम्मान करो, भारत का सम्मान करो। आर्यभट्ट से उज्जवल शिक्षक पूर्ण जगत में छा जाओ। आर्यभट्ट से उज्जवल शिक्षक पूर्ण जगत में छा जाओ। श्रेष्ठ वर्ग के तारे बनकर अपना नाम भी चमकाओ। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर, शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर सबका ही कल्याण करो। शंखनाद से सकल जगत में गौरवमय गुणगान करो। गगन कल्पना एपीजे कलाम और भगत सिंह बन जाओ। साहस भर के झांसी जैसा जीवन का बलिदान करो। गगन कल्पना एपीजे कलाम और भगत सिंह बन जाओ। साहस भर के झांसी जैसा जीवन का बलिदान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। भारत का सम्मान करो, भारत का सम्मान करो, भारत का सम्मान करो, भारत का सम्मान करो।
So, ladies and gentlemen, what a pleasure to have this evening Mr. Winny Rawal with us. He's a person who has started a beautiful venture. And the best part is when I go through the entire profile, entire details, of course, he'll be discussing with all of us. But the best part is it's 100% Indian. And how they have started, you can well imagine India needs such young, dynamic, dedicated, smart people to take up startup, stand up, and make India proud, and once again, India to become Vishwaguru with the new education policy. With these words, we extend a very hearty welcome to Mr. Winny Rawal to share his thought process.
Firstly, let me thank Dr. Gulshan for this amazing opportunity wherein you've invited us for this beautiful forum. And I must say that I'm really touched with the video which you shared because I've just watched it for the first time, and let it be the lyrics, let it be the picturization, let it be the video itself. It's truly touching. I've literally got goosebumps watching it for the first time. So I'm really grateful for it. And coming back to the movie, which you could not relate, being an enthusiastic automotive engineer, I
Om
could.
Jai Jagdish. Om Jai
Om
Jagdish.
Jai Jagdish. Yeah. So that was the movie. That was the movie.
I was
So
I was remembering all the time. Om
so it came to my mind as well, and that's where it started. And just to give a little background on where I stand or where we stand as Wizzboo, I would like to take it as a part of a story, like you mentioned earlier about this beautiful movie called as King's Speech, wherein there was a quote which says, "I have a voice." So same goes back when I was studying, and studying for me was a very difficult time because I would not say I was a bad student, but I would say I was very bad at concentration. I could not relate to things, and I could not understand well. So because of that, I kept on failing, and I failed. I failed in class 12. I failed not once, I failed twice. And then I said, okay, let me drop it and let me go for a diploma in automotive engineering. And then I failed back again. So that was back to back failing. And then I thought, oh, something is going wrong. Something is going wrong. Let it be with the education system or let it be with my concentration. So coming up with the typical mentality which I have, I thought something is wrong with the education system itself, wherein I'm always doing good. So that's where I thought, how about I try my hands on something else, and that's where I decided, let me pursue some different kind of an education. That's where I thought automotive being my passion. I thought, let me go ahead and pursue automotive engineering with one of the finest universities in the world. So that landed me up in Coventry in England, and that's where I started pursuing my automotive engineering. And then came the worst part. I failed again. So I was like, okay, boss, now something is actually going wrong with me, and I need to fix my nuts up, and I cannot continue like this. So I did fix up myself, and I did pass out with honors. I was among only two people out of that entire lot which could manage to get a job during the session. That was 2008. So that was a good part for me to end up into. But as a movie freak, I believe you are as well. And the way you mentioned movies, I thought, let me also put it across. Let me put that entire focus into movies since you've started with it. So while I was doing well, since while I was settled and everything, there was a movie called as Swades of Shah Rukh Khan, which came in. We all must have watched it. And one fine day when I was watching it, there was this beautiful dialogue which came in, and that dialogue was from this gentleman who said, "Apne ghar ka diya, giving light to neighbor house." So while he was coming with all this bhajia and everything, and I remember that he was out of his vanity van. And then I watched it and I was like, boss, what am I actually doing? I'm doing great over here, but my country actually needs people like me who have failed so many times, but they now know how they can do good. So I was somewhere 50%, 60% convinced. But after like couple of months, there was another movie which came in, and that movie was Rockstar. And there was a song which was Onadan Parinde Gharaja. And I was like, boss, this is too much. This is like the entire Bollywood calling me back to India. So, so that's where I thought, boss, I have to go back. And that's where I went back, and I was fully motivated. And I thought, okay, boss, when I'm going back, I need what we say, a six-figure salary, and I need a decent job. And I had like my all collars up because you are a graduate from one of the finest universities. When I entered over there, and I realized, boss, you are still the same. It's the same world. You still have to do the same things. And my dad, as my mentor, he always helps me out. And he told me that, boss, consider yourself as an auto rickshaw. And, first of all, what an auto rickshaw driver would do is he'll turn on the meter. So what you have to do is you have to first turn on your meter and get a good job. You learn. When you feel that you are doing decent, that's the time when you invest into a business and you start your own venture. That's where I went into skilling because I wanted to be part of education system, and I really wanted to transform it whatever way I could. I wanted to give whatever I had learned and whatever I would have understood. So that's where I went into Indian education system, and we did went to the grassroots level in India, wherein we could skill construction workers, wherein we could skill people who are coming down from hospitality sector, even from automotives and retail and electricians and plumbers, and we went to all parts of India. Now that was a part wherein we had to travel to remotest part, wherein you will not even be able to catch a train. So that's where I would say that that's where I came across the right India, and then I felt that there is good opportunity for enhancing employment. There is good opportunity for creating those kind of platform wherein skilling can be emphasized and it can be linked to industry partners, and then they can be employable. But the time passed, and I think so. I invested around 7 years of my life trying to just understand how this entire ecosystem of skilling and training and everything works. And then yeah, then came this movie Tanaji. So then came this movie Tanaji, and in Tanaji there was an interesting thing wherein Ajay Devgan, who was the forerunner and who was the main guy, ultimately to save his kingdom, he had to chop off his own hand, just if he wanted that kingdom to survive. So I went through a certain phase, and that's where I realized that, boss, this is the right time. Now if I don't start something on my own, because you tend to get into a secured phase, and it's really difficult to be an entrepreneur, I can tell you. Many of the viewers who are watching right now, they might feel that being an entrepreneur is an easy thing. I must tell you, it's not so easy. When you are doing a kind of a job, when you have got a reporting boss who tells you what to do, what not to do, and then when you are on your own, you wake up on your own time, sleep at your own time, you have got no connects, and then you have to establish yourself on your own, it becomes really difficult. But I had my good friends with me. One of our another co-founders, Ankit Patel and Bhavik Panchal. Now, these are founder members of Wizzboo, the toy company which we have created. Now, they come from a civil background, from a construction background, and I must say they were also not doing so great with education. So we could relate to each other, and we were on the same page. So that's where we thought that it's an interesting journey. But somewhere while we all were doing good in our life, where we all were doing great, and we thought that it's actually ideal for us to connect the needy, the skilled people, the artisans with the industry. Because if you look at how Indian what we say artisans are there, they actually craft their things in the remotest part of the country, and they are not nicely connected. They are no what we say, they don't have that kind of privileges to go and market themselves, and whatever they earn is barely to feed their essentials, as in just to meet their requirements, and they cannot flourish. So we kept all these things in our mind, and that's where we created Wizzboo. And if you go through Wizzboo, the what we say, the soul or the essence of this entire firm is truly Indian. It's like it's an Indian company wherein we want to promote all the Indian products, because we truly believe into the craftsmanship of the Indian artisans. That's how we developed that entire thing out of it. So we started working on this by March, and there were plenty of calls and video calls, and you know how the registration and everything works. We went through that entire process and everything, and we were somewhere settled. We were somewhere settled wherein our website was there. We had identified the people. We had identified the remotest artisans which we could, so that we can directly benefit before bringing any mediators in between. And suddenly, Modi ji came into the picture. And somewhere in Man Ki Baat, he said that Indian toy industry has to flourish. And then came the competition. And we are like, since March, we are doing this thing. We are trying to promote our own thing. We thought it was a niche wherein we could go and grow ourselves. And this thought process came because we were somewhere not happy with the kind of products which we could get, because I have a daughter who is 3 year old, and both my partners also have daughters, and they are almost like 2 year old and 4 year old. But when I get a product, I could feel that it has the essence which is missing out of it. And I remember myself growing up with traditional Indian toys and going out in the playground and playing with all those wooden stuff and everything, which were very good and which were pretty nice, but they are now out of market thanks to all the other companies who have come in. That's where we decided that this is a niche product wherein we have to go and we have to create that alternative for like-minded people who would like to raise their kids in the same way, who are more energetic, who can understand how what is the passion of this country, what is the tradition of this country, and what where we belong to. So that's where we started this entire thing, and we came with a range of product. And then by doing little bit of market study, we realized Mukesh Bhai Ambani, Guju Bhai, he was our competitor, Hamleys, and then Piramal, he was our competitor as well, and then TVS Industry was our competitor as well, and then Supreme Industry was our competitor as well. So being a startup, it is very difficult because the way they can manufacture things, the amount of money they can invest, we stand nowhere. So that's where we felt that we need to go along with our gut feeling of, helping those artisans create a product which is required by the industry, which is for the industry, and which in future will create that kind of a volume wherein every parent will feel that this is the kind of a product which they should give to their kids. So we started investing our time and everything onto it, and that's where we started developing our own range of products, which I have captured in a later part of the presentation. So that's I would not call it as a short description, but that's how the journey has been so far.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Will it be okay if I can share a little presentation on this?
Sure, please, please, all yours, all yours. You have the right. Yeah, wonderful.
That's a little presentation which I have created. So what Wizzboo Manufacturing LLP is all about, as in why did we do it, what is there in for it, and how did we create it, and what do we sell? We basically sell wooden toys, we sell corporate gifting items and toys and traditional decor. So the reason why we created Wizzboo was that we wanted to create a fusion of traditional toys, making them modern enough so that they can, and these artisans along with us can produce world-class toys. Now, whom are we competing with? We are competing with giants. We are competing with giant manufacturing industries who are there maybe in China, maybe in different part of the world. They've got a good amount of people who are deployed. But we thought was that there was something missing. What was missing was the fun part of it. Our kids, they want something which is interesting. They want to learn something, as in we want as a parent that they should learn something, but it should be interesting for them. It should be adventurous. So that's where we identified our niche, and that's where we created our range of products, which could be outdoor, which could be almost indoor, which could play around with their brains, which could create something which is more of what we say, a kind of an companion which will bring their inner side out, and somewhere our inner traditional toys which we always wanted to bring it up. Now somewhere I remember talking to Santosh sir being part of MEPSC. They have worked relentlessly in this field to bring all these people connected, wherein they can create job awareness, wherein they can create more and more people from the industry, wherein they can provide them with an opportunity and a platform wherein such kind of product can flourish. So that was the backbone wherein we thought that if they are doing it, if we have got that kind of an support, how do we go about it? So that's where the idea came on how do we develop, design, and get this product on an average deployed in the market. From there, we thought about all these local artisans who are there. Hey, look at these people. I mean, like, they're almost in their 50s, 60s, 70s. They have spent their life trying to create this kind of product. These are hand built products, and when you hold them in your hand, you cannot match it with the kind of plastic products which are available in the market. These are a different league altogether. So we created our own setup. We created a master setup which has got all the modern equipment, tools, and the kind of people who can handle this kind of a thing. It's more of a fusion. We started developing our own range, wherein here you can see the kind of product which is into the development phase, how we do set up our products and everything. Now, just for an example, now I've got something with me. If I'll show it post this presentation is over. Now, this image is of a tractor. Usually, what you get is a small kind of a jigsaw puzzle, which is not so great. But the way we have created is that even a 3-year-old kid can easily play around with these kind of toys. They can easily understand what a truck is, what a tractor is, what a snail is, and they can easily relate to the colorful, what we say, overall appeal of this entire art piece which is presented to them. And then came this corporate gifting, wherein we wanted to create masterpieces. They should be so good that people all over the globe should relate and understand how Indian craftsmen actually work. So these are actually the pictures, and these are wooden toys which we have created. These wheels and everything have gone through a 3-layer painting process, wherein we take care of all the detailing which goes into creating these masterpieces, so that all the artisans who are there, they can not only use their own skills, but they can meet the modern requirements of the world. So if you look at this amazing pictures, these all women which you see over here, they are widow. They could not find employment. They were starving. They were hungry. They just never knew what they could do. So once this presentation is over, I would really show you what they have created and how they have earned and livelihood for themselves. So what we overall felt was that we are a very small paper boat in this entire big ocean of the toys industry globally. But we are sure with the build quality of this paper boat, we will be able to sail through. So that's where I would like to end this presentation. But I would like to continue with the two parts which I mentioned. So, for example, I have with me this small piece which is there in my hand, and if I have to just remove it, and if you see the little bit which goes into it, it has got thickness of almost about 8 mm. This is easy to hold for a kid. Normally what you find in the market are cheap products which are barely 2 mm, and that will not fit because it will not have these kind of an casing or these kind of an groove. So it's very easy for them to understand. Even if you look at this particular snail, it is very colorful. If a kid can run around and play with this kind of a toy, they'll understand, how the different color combination goes, how to fix it into the puzzle and everything. And when I was mentioning about the video, what they do is, if you look at the clothes which this little toy is wearing, this is completely Indian product. This is made in India by Indian manufacturers. What we do is we get these customized clothes made by this woman, and they have a foundation, and they prepare traditional Indian clothes for all these toys. So that when you buy a toy, you need not have them wearing skirts and t-shirts. If you want, they can even wear a sari. If you want, they can even wear a skirt. Depends on what kind of a toy or what kind of a thing you want to go with. But that's where we are backing all our toys with tradition. And when I was growing up, I always used to remember that if I have to save money, I have to put my money into a piggy bank. For example, we all can relate to it. That boss, if you want to put your money, put it into a piggy bank. But somewhere we thought, why piggy bank? Now imagine we have got this particular elephant. This is handcrafted. Now this elephant is working as small bank for a kid, and that's where a local craftsman or an artisan can earn money out of it. And I know wherein it's difficult for them to reach to the right kind of market. So that's what Wizzboo is all about. Wizzboo is trying to hold the nerves of all Indians, trying to tell them that, boss, we have got all the capacity, we've got all the artisans, we've got all the platforms. We just want to scale it up. If you buy our product, you are giving livelihood and you are giving a good earning opportunity to somewhere sitting down in the remotest part of the country. That's how we would like to go about it. I feel that's the maximum part which I wanted to cover. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Winnie. You have made me more humble, and my great salutations to you as a soldier, my great blessings to you as an elder brother, and I pray to Almighty that your venture, I'm saying today what you have shared and all the process and the people involved and the people to whom you have taken in this particular fold, it's remarkable. And you know, every element you have taken into consideration, the weight part when you mentioned, that is so interesting when you told the different parts and all that, and the creativity, the creation, and how you people got together. I would say it's so enriching to know. And I think we all would have missed something had you not come for this program. I think you had many other commitments. That's what I was told by Mr. Santosh. But then I requested my buddy from the armed forces, Colonel Anil, that we have to get Winnie for not only helping me, but helping the entire universe the best possible way. So, ladies and gentlemen, world over, those are watching, here's something is live, and you started in month of March. That's what you told.
Yes, sir.
You started in month of March. So, ladies and gentlemen, well, imagine three youngsters. I won't call, I don't want to name that movie. I don't want to name that movie because that's not. These are three intelligent. This is a new movie, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not name them with the movie which came before. But these are three intellectuals. These are three intelligence. These are three creators. These are three visionaries. And this is a golden triangle of these three youngsters. I'm saying it's amazing. It's amazing what you're doing. And honorable prime ministers, all the people, and Ministry of Education, and other ministry people, those are watching this particular program, and all my brothers and sisters from the non-resident Indian world over, those are watching this particular program. My request to you would be, I do not know what program Winnie has got at this point of time, whether he can pack it and send you abroad or not. I don't want to jump on that, but work out a strategy, and we should plan it how his products can see the shelf world over in different countries. And all my stakeholders, if we have got a presence in 149 countries, at least to start with 149 by multiplied by 2, my each president and my each advisor, you got to work out a strategy to make a humble beginning that we got to start, and we got to work out from there. From world over, all the continents, different countries, and my all the presidents. In fact, when you were showing, I was going through, because from Peru, from Argentina, and a couple of other places from my friends, I was just trying to share. Share your details. People want to know your details. People want to know your details. So if you wish to put your email ID, if you wish to, because that would be very kind of you, you can come in the chat box, and all of them you can just share, let them enjoy, let them have it. That would really be very meaningful for all of them. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are three of them. One is Mr. Winny Rawal. He has got two another friends with him. It's a golden triangle of three of them together. And I personally feel we should encourage such ventures. We should try and support such ventures. And whatever best we can do from our side, from our chamber, I assure you that Winnie will put in our best of efforts. And I would like to, and this particular video, I will viral world over through my own particular personal network, and we will try and reach as many people as possible. I will also request all my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, because it is on the YouTube, you will see it, and in a little while we'll make a little modification, put his CV and everything in perspective over there. He has given you his cell number also over here. So those are first, those are watching on the YouTube. You can also enjoy. It should be 8898 000 698 without glasses. Is that fine?
That's perfectly fine. Yes.
Okay. So my eyesight can work on this. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, it's a treat. It's a great pleasure to have this gentleman this evening. We wish you all the best. We wish you all the success. We want to see bright tomorrow. We want to see Winnie break all the records. And I still remember that movie,
Jai Jagdish.
Om Jai Jagdish. Om Jai Jagdish. So in that, you can consider me Anil Kapoor, and you are wherever you are. And there is a third one, whosoever out of your team, whether Ankit Patel or the other one.
Bhavik Panchal.
Yes, and one more, the fourth person can be the director of the movie. No problem. We can work out a strategy.
You can put him as Santosh.
Yeah, yeah. God bless all of you. And it's a pleasure. It's a treat. And all of us, those are watching this particular program, ladies and gentlemen, share more and more. We have to help these three people the best possible way from our chamber, from the International Chamber for Service Industry. We are proud of you. Wish you all the success. Wish you all the bright days. Wish you all the days good ahead. And I have got 5 kiddies of mine, because you have got another webinar.
No, sir.
I wish you all the success and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. And just to end it on this note, that I have heard a lot about you from Santosh sir and from MUPSC, and I know because of your good connects, the way you mentioned 149 countries into 2, I'll definitely keep a track of it with you on this, and I'm sure you'll be of much help to me on this to take it further. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and thank you so much from Team Wizzboo as well.
God bless.
My best wishes.
God bless.
Thank you,
all
sir.
the best for your venture. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, from here we go to our other friends, and they are right over here. I've got 5 kiddies of mine. It's a 5 उंगलियां होती हैं, 5 तत्व होते हैं, पूरा ब्रह्मांड भी 5 चीजों से बना है. और ये जो 5 बच्चे हैं, my children, my grandchildren, they are going to share their vision with you this evening. Thanks to Colonel Manon. And these children bring more and more kids with you. I hope you have opened your YouTube channel, and you are watching, your friends are watching on YouTube, Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page. Share with them. And this evening, when we started the program, the first to come was Swarupa. So whosoever comes first, let's give the honor to that child and we get her first. God bless you, child. I hope you're fine, your family, your friends, and all are fine at your place. Let's have your quick vision, sharing with the entire globe. Please go ahead.
First of all, namaste, sir. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm using your line, sir, to everyone who's watching us today. First, I want to thank you. This is my second time here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I feel so happy. I'm very, I feel so, I'm filled with so much of gratitude. I feel so fortunate to be here again on this platform. So today we are going to discuss, I'm going to share a few tips on water conservation. So first tip is avoid the installation of ornamental water features such as fountains unless the water is recycled. Now, we have seen, in front of any structure like a mall or a palace or any structure, you can have a grand water fountain. There's so much of water that's being wasted. Why, according to me personally, why we have to waste water for a fountain? Instead, if you use that same water to irrigate a barren land, you can actually create a forest or you can start vegetation there. Why waste water on a fountain? So let's try avoiding this from next time. Second one is when you go for a walk to a park or when you go to play, if you find any wet spots on a park lawn, you could just it could mean that there's an underground leak. So you can contact the plumber or the person who is in charge of the maintenance there if repairs are needed. So if you feel what is my role here, because I've come here for a walk, I have nothing to do, that is the wrong way to think. As a responsible citizen, it is your duty. If you find if something is wrong, if someone is doing something wrong, if something wrong is happening, it is your duty to rise up to the situation, go up there, contact and inform the concerned person. even if it is just one drop per minute, in within hours, it would lead to a bucket full of water leak. So let's try avoiding it. And if you find, and if you feel I'm a kid, why would people pay attention to my concern, or my concern for the water leak? Do not think that way. People will be happy to know that you, at such a young age, you are concerned about the environment, about the society. That shows what a true citizen that you are. Now, the last one point I want to share is sandbores. Now, these sandbores are a very safe alternative for farm irrigation without affecting underground water. Now, this technique uses the concept of extracting water retained by sand particles. Now, sand particles act as a great filter by retaining the salt content at the bottom and gushing the pure water out. White sand is believed to yield water clean enough for drinking too. Now, sand deposits as high as 15 to 30 feet left along the banks of the river is dug manually. Then PVC pipes are inserted to act as a filter, and an electric motor is used to pump the sweet water out. Now, these are the few tips that you could keep in mind, which would help us conserve and save the water, the limited resource that we have. Now, I want to end by quoting a line from a book that I've read. It is called The Power of Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. The line goes like, every thought is a cause and every condition is an effect. So basically, your thought is just like a cause and effect relationship. Your cause is the thought that you have, and based on your thought, the reaction happens, which is your action. So when you think about, always have these kinds of thoughts in your head, always, how to conserve water, how to preserve my society, how to preserve the nature, how to do good for my society. When you have such thoughts recurring in your mind always, automatically your subconscious mind will push you to do good for the society. So on this note, I want to end. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Swarupa. Now I will request you, child, because you have done such a good work and you gave so many valuable inputs. Now, would you be kind enough to come on Dr. Gulshan Sharma's YouTube channel and
Yes, sir.
just
It
over
would be
there,
my honor.
share your thought over there. Share your thought over there where people are watching. Come on the live one. Dr.
Yes, sir.
Gulshan Sharma's YouTube, where people are watching. You put your thought over there, idea over there. Let people enjoy. Let people know one good thought you put over there. That's what I would request you. On the
Yes,
YouTube,
sir.
Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page. Your program is going live.
I'm
Uh,
happy that
God
at
bless.
least my, yes, sir.
God bless. Come over there and put your thought child over there. Okay. Gagana, good evening, child.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, my
A
child.
very warm.
How are you, beta? How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
God is very kind. God is very kind. I hope people are fine at your place.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's share your thought with us. Let's share your thought.
Yeah. Firstly, a very warm welcome to all. I'm here to speak on water conservation. In modern days, we are at the urgent issue of conserving water, where water is a finite resource, and also increase in consumption was also increased. So, firstly, when we talk about water, we must know how we must become economical with the use of water. We must make sure that how much we use it and how we use it. Firstly, when we see the leaking taps wherever, we must immediately fix it so that whatever the water is leaking can be conserved. Okay. Next, when we come for brushing our teeth or shaving, we many times we forget to turn off the taps. So better we'll make sure that we turn off it. Next is like when we come to toilet tanks, while flushing, we waste a lot of water. So we must make sure that we not waste so much of water. So like replacing an old toilet with an ultra low volume gallons, which reduces the gallons of water used, will be very helpful in conserving water. And also like we can use the dual flush converter, which converts the standard flush toilet into a dual flush toilet, saving an average about 15,000 gallons of water each year. Next is like when we shall avoid a long showers where we waste a lot of water, where we can install water saving, low expensive and low flow water shower heads, so that we can save some gallons of water. And then when it comes to food, like while preparing food, we waste a lot of water in washing or cleaning the veggies. So we make sure that we rinse our veggies in a bowl instead of faucet, so that we can use those water for gardening also. Next, we defrost our food, right? So we use the for defrosting the food, we use the running water so that it will be cool fast. Rather, we can use the defrost setting in the microwave, or we can leave defrosting for overnight. And then, while we using air conditioners, so try to avoid using installing a water to air heat pumps or water conditions. So rather than we can use air to air models. So it is very efficient and also reduces wastage of water. Next is when we come to household, we should maintain a rainwater harvesting system. So this we come up with the ferro cement tanks, where this is a low cost alternative for expensive water harvesting system. These containers are made up of masonry, plastic, and RCC, that is cement and concrete. It is provided highly effective in the rainfall regions where we can conserve a large amount of water. This can be also be stored in a clean form. These tanks require materials like sand, cement, and mild steel bars and galvanized iron wire mesh. It can be easily constructed with semi-skilled labors, and also it is lightweight and can be molded with any shape which is required. And it is believed that last around 25 years. Little maintenance is required for that. And like when we come, water is a finite resource. If not managed today properly, it will obviously result in scarcity in future. So let us conserve water and preserve for human life and other life forms. Drip drop, this clock must be stopped. Save water today or tomorrow you'll pay. Thank you very much.
Okay. This dip dop, just repeat it. Dip dop, what was this?
Drip drop, this clock must be stopped.
Okay, great. God bless. God bless. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
And share one of your best thought on the YouTube where the live channel is. And
Yes.
I'll tell other girls also, every girl to share one thought. Come on the YouTube channel, Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page where this is going on live, and share one thought of yours. Okay. Now let it come to Jaina. Good evening, child.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you, beta?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
God is very kind. Can you increase your volume a bit, or you can hold your mic nearby?
Yes, sir.
That's a little more closer, beta. Your mic. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please go ahead with your suggestions. I hope you're fine.
Yes, I'm completely fine, sir.
All are fine at home.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to begin with a quote. Do the earth a favor, be a water saver.
Wow. Wow. Repeat it. Repeat it.
I quote, do the earth a favor, be a water saver. There are several tips you can save water. I list out some. Setting up a composting system for the cafeteria and landscaping waste leads to creation of high quality compost. Compost not only adds fertility to the soil but also reduces groundwater evaporation, reducing the need for frequent watering. Not just that, watering plants in the schools in early mornings or late evenings leads to decrease in the amount of evaporation. In many schools, watering is completed manually during the daytime, but more recently, colleges have implemented smart irrigation systems that water during the evening or early morning hours, saving water which gets evaporated as well as oversprayed. Drink water from refillable water bottles. Disposable single-use bottle of water require a lot of water to manufacture. Disposable bottles often end up in waterways, contaminating water for many years to come. Ban the bottles states that it actually takes more water to produce a plastic bottle than the amount put in that bottle for drinking, which is just downright bizarre. And did you know that most of the bottle with manufactured have scarcity of water? To begin with, Nestle actually created a water shortage in Pakistan. What's more is that so much of plastic ends up polluting the oceans, killing all the creatures. What Biofriendly Planet estimates as 1.1 million marine creatures annually. Water-free urinals, which do not flush, can be used. Instead of flushing, the urinals use liquid chemicals and gravity, saving up to 40,000 gallons of water every year. The only water needed is a small amount, about 32 ounces or roughly 1 liter, used to flush the drain line every few months as a part of regular maintenance. Schools like Stanford have made use of water misers, which sense when the water is needed and when it's not. Where implemented, they have reduced water usage by over 50%. Stanford have also recognized that university water usage doesn't end off campus, and they provide information and resources to faculty and staff to impact their private homes as well. Large campuses may have access to creeks and wells on their land. At Stanford University, almost 75% of water used for irrigation comes from water sourced on their own land. Rainwater harvest pits can collect enough water to meet all the basic requirements. Hand sanitizer installation. Duke University and many others have cut down on water used for sanitation purposes by installing hand sanitizers in bathrooms and other common areas. For quick sanitization purposes, a full hand wash using water is not at all needed, and alcohol based sanitizers can be used instead. Water surely has many alternate uses. We must be smart enough to analyze and make the best use of it. I end by saying that conserve water because every drop counts. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Wonderful. Child, go to Dr. Gulshan Sharma's YouTube channel. Share your thought immediately over there. Write yourself. I want that one suggestion of yours should come over there on the YouTube. Out of
Sure,
all
sure.
the wonderful suggestion. God bless you. Take
Sure,
care
sir.
of yourself. And now let me go to Tanisha. Good evening, Tanisha. Good evening, child.
Good evening, sir.
How are you, beta?
I'm good, sir.
Okay, please
And
go
what
ahead.
about you?
God is very kind, Tanisha. Please go ahead, beta.
Greetings to everyone present here. So, I would like to start by quoting a line: save water and it will save you. So, here I am to suggest some ways on how water can be saved effectively in industries. With respect to food and beverage industries, it is necessary to upgrade and replace equipments frequently which utilizes water. As we know, old equipments always tend to consume more water. Traditional water-cooled ice makers use about 100 gallons of water just to cool the condenser for producing 100 pounds of ice. Upgraded ice makers save extra 100 gallons of water from going down the drain. Secondly, detection is a very important measure in the industries. Since many people work in industries and they use the taps in the toilets and the wash basins many number of times a day, it is very normal for the taps to become loose and drip water even if after it is fully closed. Care must be taken and the maintenance department should continually check the taps for leakages, and this will help in saving many gallons of water. Also, workers must be aware of the fact that checking and informing about leaking taps is not only the work of the maintenance department, but it is also their moral responsibility towards society and themselves. Water metering can also be installed in industries as it will help to identify water leaks in addition to monitoring its usage. Lastly, for some industrial applications, it is possible to conserve water by reusing it for two or more cycles without pre-treatment. Reusing wash or processed water may require moderate upfront investment in tanks and pumps, but typically provides a return on investment within the first year after implementation. So I would say that we all should conserve water because it is very essential for our lives. Thank you.
God bless. Wonderful, Tanisha. God bless you, Vita. I would
Thank you,
request
sir.
your friends have gone on the YouTube channel. They have already shared one thought process of theirs. You also go on Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page. I would request you let the world know. People have already seen you over here. Now become a celebrity on the YouTube also. Okay?
Yeah,
All
sure,
the best.
sir.
Go over there.
Thank
Go.
you, sir.
And all the best in regards to your blessings to you and regards to your parents. Okay, let me have the
Thank you
last
so much,
child,
sir.
Garima, this evening that is joining us. Garima, good evening, child. Uh,
Good
are you
evening, sir.
there? Good evening. You got to bring your mic near. You got to bring your mic near. Yeah.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes. Now it's better, child. Good. Wonderful. I hope all are fine at home.
Yes, sir. What
Okay.
about you, sir?
God is kind, beta. God is kind. God is kind. Please go ahead. Please go ahead, Garima.
Okay. So I would like to start with a quote. Water is a driving force in life. Without water, you can't survive. Okay. Now,
Let-
what is water?
You can repeat it. Water is a driving. Yeah.
Water is a driving force of life. Without it, you can't survive.
Very good.
What is water conservation? It's basically practicing to save water or the hydrosphere. It is very important for us today because its demands have been increasing day by day. I would talk on the topic of how water conservation takes place in various places of the world. So, Saudi Arabia has been the leader in desalination. In fact, it is the largest producer of desalinated water in the world. What is desalination now? It is basically evaporating water and separating it from salt and using this vapor and condensing it into pure water. It has taken desalination technology to a next level by introducing desalination powered by renewable solar energy, which is abundant in this desert nation. Moreover, moving to Israel, which has been a leader in water conservation technology. It is one of the largest place in the entire world to save water. It also uses its desert location as an advantage of gaining money. It recycles around 85% of wastewater and estimates that by 2020, 50% of it will be used for agricultural needs. It uses this water and sells it to various countries and earns money. It has earned around $2 billion till now. Moving to United Kingdom, it is the leader in smart water metering technology, enabling residents to monitor their water usage online. Smart meters provide users with more detailed information about how water is being used and in what quantities. It allows households to get a better hold on their water usage each month and encourages them to install water efficient appliances and other water saving technologies in their homes. Thames Water, a leading UK provider, wants smart water meters to be installed in every home it serves. This will not only lead to increase in the sales of these water meters, but will also lead to conservation of water. Moving forward, big data is the talk of the town. Every industry is using data to determine what can be done to better the future, giving predictive insights. The US based company Pacific Gas and Electric has an innovative way for the citizens to read their energy and water usage. It allows them to compare their usage with other similar households. This move has helped households to conserve energy and use water in much more efficient manner. Furthermore, in Australia, sensors and automated systems have been implemented for conserving water during agricultural activities. With this, computers are also involved in the process of crop watering. These sensors are placed in farms and read how crops are growing and accordingly decide how much water is required. This in turn helps in smart usage of water and also to maintain the health of the crop and the farm. So it is a win-win situation in Australia where even water is conserved and even the agricultural crops are grown well. I would like to conclude by saying that water conservation is very important for us to survive or for our further generations to survive. Save water, save life. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, child. Garima, in this coronavirus period, when people are locked in their respective residences and they are not able to travel, you took us to Saudi Arabia, then you took us to Israel, then you took us to UK, then you took us to Australia, and nobody paid a single rupee. What a beautiful journey. And we learned all of us so much. So being a last speaker, you left such a beautiful impression on everybody. God bless you, child. We are proud of you. Can I request all my four little kiddies to open their mics and open their photographs and they come live, all four of them? Yes, all four of them, because she's the star right over here. Because anybody who comes at the end, we have to always, oh, now you found one child is missing from the class, Swarupa, okay? So you got to understand that way. So you can catch anybody at any point of time. People think we will switch on the camera and we'll go. Well, the water cannot be saved that way. Okay, now this joke part. What I'm sharing with all of you is, see, small gestures, small inputs, humble steps by all of us. Aren't you proud of this man? He's an automotive engineer, studied in UK, came back to India, and he gave his life profile. And now on Man Ki Baat, just one program of the Honorable Prime Minister, where he told, why not to encourage our own indigenous toys? And he also quoted, if I still recollect, somebody from Vishakhapatnam, he talked about. So what I want to share with all of you is that each one of you is very valuable in this universe. Each one of you is very important. So now all of you had been very kind to put one thought over there. Now it's Garima's turn. Right in front over here, she will open her mobile phone. She will go on Dr. Gulshan Sharma's YouTube page and she will put one thought over there because she has given us as a travel agent, as a tour operator, as an airline official, free journey to Saudi Arabia. She took us to London, UK also. She took us all the way to Israel also. And then she took us all the way to the different continent, and that is Australia as well. So each one of you children, each one of you, you're very important in this universe. I want you should come every day. You should participate in these programs. Please, we have got 24 hours. Out of that, if you give 1 hour, just 1 hour, you can't imagine your knowledge, your cerebrum, your wisdom, and so much you can do for the whole country. At the age of 70, if I can sit over here and I can plan this particular program, when I always say, मुझे किसी से कुछ नहीं चाहिए. I don't want to take anything from anybody, from my armed forces, my pension which is coming, that also I'm not consuming. From there, I moved to the Ministry of Tourism because I always utilized my time very judiciously and very, very systematically. You all are very precious. Ha, here she comes. After taking a cup of tea nicely, the Swarupa has also come now.
Yeah, I had
Okay,
a network issue and then I couldn't.
okay. I'm just joking, child. I'm just joking. So because you all are my children and grandchildren, I can joke with you. So what I want to share is that you do not know what is your power. You do not know, five of you, if you get together, what changes you can bring in the universe. Start believing in that from today. This program is not only making education relevant, it's self-realization, self-empowerment, motivating yourself, positive thought, sharing your vision with the whole world. Now, everybody must have thought, the last speaker always feels, oh, I'm the last person. I have been given the chance at the end. Everybody has already spoken so much. I think the way I complimented her when she has given us a free ticket to travel world over, and she's on the main screen for that long. God bless. Thank you. All of you, do come for the program. Share this YouTube channel with others also. I
Yes.
want every child to be empowered. I want the whole India once again to become Vishwaguru. And it will not become Vishwaguru only somebody designing a curriculum, two content, two subject, two module. No, it will become Vishwaguru only when five children of mine, five of you together, like my hand, and पांच चीजों से पूरा ब्रह्मांड, the whole universe, the cosmos. You five are most important on this planet, in this universe. So, Garima, do you feel empowered being a last speaker?
Yes, sir. I'm
Okay.
honored to be the last speaker. Thank you, sir.
See, so sometimes being a last also is very rewarding. Very rewarding. Never ever think. Always look forward to be more humble. I always tell everybody, you don't know how much I have learned from all five of you. You all five are my teacher this evening. I've learned so much from you. You have given so much of wisdom because you did research. You devoted time. And I could now know about five countries. And next time when I'll go and speak on water, I won't say I learned from Garima. I say, well, and they'll say, wow, Dr. Gulshan Sharma speaks so well. Thank you. God bless. Stay safe, stay blessed, and watch your video. Within next half an hour, we'll put it onto the Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page. After putting all the details over there, then you can share with the world. All the best. God bless.